They're probably an industry leader within Queensland when it comes to bus and coach. When I say they're an industry leader, you only have to look at the way they present their fleet. Always immaculate, it's fantastic.
Kangaroo on their urban services run a fantastic service. Nice, clean vehicles. I guess you can tell the pride that they put in their business. The vehicles are very well presented, drivers are friendly, all in uniform, really good operation.
Their brand name is very well regarded, and in terms of their ability to deliver, it's very much one of the best.
It honestly is though, probably the most iconic brand, bus-wise, charter-wise, in Queensland, if not Australia. I mean, Kangaroo Bus Lines. It's a very strong brand and no one could possibly tell you otherwise.
Our family started, as I said, in 1978 with 9 buses, and over the years it steadily grew as the market grew, and today at this depot we have over 100.
In the early days I had a lot to do with Daryl, and probably the last 10 years I have as well. Daryl is a very genuine guy. I look at him as a father figure. He's definitely helped me through the industry and learn the ropes, I suppose. Customer relationships are about a long-term relationship. He said, you look after that, and he said, we'll keep coming back, and it's proven that for the last 30 years that I've been dealing with him.
I love it. The good part is I have a pretty modern vehicle, so I have a corner office with all the mod cons, air conditioning, a panoramic view. I get paid to see the countryside and I get paid to sit in traffic. I meet new people every day. We have a museum piece in the yard at the moment, an old Domino with an air shift on it. I remember doing school runs in that.
Bus 11, the old Leyland. I don't know too much. Darren keeps that to himself, like some of his special projects. He doesn't let too much slide. All I know is it's going to get painted in the original colours from back before even I was around.
In 1978, my grandfather purchased this 1976 Leyland Worldmaster bus that we've had in our fleet since brand new. Through our valued partnership with Denning, who are our vehicle supplier, and our partner in Coachworks Queensland, who undertake all the refurbishments of our fleet, they've kindly offered to refurbish this Bus 11 to its original condition.
I was actually only up there today, believe it or not, to just look at the floor on it, and can't believe for that age of the vehicle how good the floor actually is, apart from, yes, the vinyl's cracked and all that, but it's still in one piece and it's just unbelievable.
We're rebranding this back into its original colour scheme, which is effectively the Kangaroo traditional stripes. It's an almost all over blue with a yellow stripe. With a couple of other suppliers, we're going to recover the floor vinyl and also recover the seats so that the vehicle's back in its former glory as a bit of a, I guess it's something to mark for the family how far they've come.
We're now in the 4th generation, because as I said, my mum and dad started the business, and now Darren and Tanya, who are the 3rd generation. Darren's the CEO and Tanya's the financial advisor. Our grandson Dale runs the workshop, and Tanya's son is doing a school-based apprenticeship.
Pakenham Bus Service was the start of our bus era. Daryl used to drive and I used to go on the safaris. Darren and Tanya were only little. They'd stay home with Daryl's parents.
The one thing I must say about the Webster family is that what they do every day, they do remarkably and extremely well. There's no shortcuts, and they are always striving to do better. And so when you work with them, you always know your pencil's sharpened and it's got to be a lot sharper.
If you're looking for a family business that delivers bus and coach services, if you're looking for professionalism, if you're talking about a family that's focused on innovation, on embracing technology, then you can go no further than Kangaroo Bus Lines and the Webster family. Even Jan, my understanding is she's still out there doing the tour market.
Usually with Jan, even right back to the vehicle builds, she loves safaris. She'd just be out there all the time. She'd be the cook, the master cook. She'd go out there and organise everyone, getting trailers built, making sure that all the things were in place. It's quite funny because Jan's slightly a bit shorter, so she wants everything at her height. Michael, you got to do this, you got to do this, or you got to make the bus better here because I'm sitting in the front seat. Jan has had input into the vehicles because obviously she travels to thousands of kilometres a year.
I was actually on a cruise liner in Brisbane Harbour, just having a look around. And there's lots of Kangaroo Bus Lines there, so I made myself known, and then Darren's mum turned up, so I got a hug and then got to find out what they were doing, getting cruise liner visitors into the city and back again.
I love working for the company, mainly because it's a family company, and of course coming to work every day working for a family company and being part of the family is a great thing to do.
Everyone works here, like the mums, the dads, the uncles, the aunties, the brothers, the sisters. It's absolutely awesome. The communication with everyone, everyone's happy to be here. Yeah, that's what I love about it.
The motto is the 3 Ps, and that's the people, pride and passion.
It's 4th generation, it's good company. They treat you well. For instance, I was driving to work one day, my car broke down, they sent out a car to pick me up. When I got back from doing my school run, the mechanics were fixing my car. So that's the type of family they are. I've heard stories from other people that have come to our company, and they just say that, yeah, mate, this is the best place to be.
The door is always open. I've been through a major thing personally with my wife, and Darren and the family, the whole family have stood by me and my late wife for a number of years, which was great. I came and go as I had to. They understood, just had me, I just do what I have to do, which I have, and it was great. I get to drive very seldom, but it is good therapy. A bit like when I'm driving, there's no one else left in the place to drive. That includes Daryl, Darren and the likes.
What we try to do is run the business as a family business rather than a corporation. It's getting harder as you get bigger to do that, but it's just one of the little challenges.
We go out and help them, cruise ships, rail, whatever. And they enjoy seeing us out there and about with them too.
You've got to be able to do what you want your staff to do, really. So I'm not afraid now to jump out and get my hands dirty with it. I'll go and help them do a job and all that, and my dad's the same, and so is my pop. That's why we'll go out and drive at midnight, because that's just what we got to do. So I value all the boys out there, and I know exactly what they got to do, and some of the tough jobs we got to deal with out there under the short time frames to get buses back on the road. You got to value your employees, treat them with respect, and get out there and do stuff with them. They see a different side of you as a boss, that you're out there with them, you're getting your hands dirty, helping them out and getting the job done.
They've just continued with always trying to do things a little bit differently and a little bit better, and that's been evident the whole way through. I also think I've seen that they're always looking to empower people from within into important roles that a lot of the people or their peers, including ourselves, might not even realise the importance of in your business.
The thing I like about Darren is his focus on detail. I was overlooking one of their coaches one day, and they had installed the E-tag for the tolls, and when it had been screwed to the front of the coach, they'd used a black screw and a silver screw. Not many people would pick that up, but that's how focused they are on delivering a professional fleet. Yeah, he advised one of the yards people to fix it, and fix it pretty quickly.
I think Kangaroo Bus Lines have done a fantastic job to develop what they have. The thing that impresses me is how they've managed to maintain an immaculate fleet of vehicles, which is reasonably easy when you've got 3 or 4 or 6. It's not so easy when you've got 106. So I think that's a real credit to them.
They have the best fleet. If you just walk on the depot, you can just see the fleet glistening. Whenever you see a Kangaroo Bus Lines bus around, it's always clean. The drivers are always well dressed, polite. I definitely recommend them for anything, charter, school, urban, you name it.
For you name it, they can do it. And they always get us out of the mire when we've got real replacement services, which happens every weekend. They're absolute fabulous job, and I've got to say that was for the Commonwealth Games. They did a fantastic job.
But we've also worked closely, Darren and I, together on the Commonwealth Games, which was delivered earlier this year, and Darren was just fantastic. He really stepped up, and when it counted, assembled a lot of industry to help him. We got a lot of buses mobilised quickly, and we really, the work that he did really made a difference.
So KBL 32 is a little minibus that's in our middle bay. It's going through a pretty big conversion from a 24-seater minibus to a mobile operations centre, so that it can be used on rail closures and special high volume transport and movement jobs.
During the delivery of the Commonwealth Games, we had over 343 buses, over 500 drivers and staff working for the 11 days directly for the state government in providing support services to the provider on the Gold Coast, as well as supporting the train system in southeast Queensland. This was delivered successfully, incident-free, accident-free, with glowing reports from our client, the Queensland State Government.
Dan, how long have you been supporting us for? 4 or 5.
So Kangaroo Bus Lines have been supporting us here at the Bursville races for 5 years now. I mean, it's people like the Kangaroo Bus Lines people who keep the flying doctor flying, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do our jobs, which is saving people in the bush, which is amazing.
This year, Kangaroo Bus Lines celebrate their 40 years. It's been an incredible 40 years since their arrival in Queensland in 1978.
It's certainly a fabulous journey for them, and I think the fact that the whole of the family has been involved is a great thing.
You've just had the most amazing 40 years, and I can only imagine that you're going to have 400 more years with the family.
Look, I'd just like to congratulate the Webster family and all of the team on a fantastic achievement in the last 40 years. You should all be really proud of what you've achieved over that time, and really, I think, really hopeful about what the future brings.
A big congratulations for 40 years. 40 years in this business is a lifetime, and it takes a lot of stamina to run buses day in, day out. I know I used to do it as a bus operator in the UK, so very well done indeed, and please keep up for the next 40 years.
And I think it's a fantastic milestone, and I think it will continue for a long time.
Being at my age and where I'm at in our business, I think it's, I can appreciate how many different times you've gone through, and also that you've stuck with it with the support of your family and your staff and built a wonderful business. So congratulations on 40 years.
Yeah, so I'd like to congratulate Kangaroo Bus Lines and the Webster family for 40 years. When you look at their vehicles, it doesn't matter what time of day or night, they look shiny and they look slick. It doesn't matter if the vehicle's 20 years old, it makes our product look good. So I really do thank Kangaroo Bus Lines and the Webster family for that. And yeah, congratulations again, thank you.
Like most people in family businesses, you've got to do the hard yards. It's not all easy like it is today. You know, our family struggled in the early days, and as family members did long hours to make sure we can prosper today. Our family is very proud of our business, very proud of our people, and it reflects in our motto of people, pride and passion. We always make sure as a family member that we won't do anything that we don't ask our staff to do, and that means late night airport transfers for our clients, to rail replacement activities on behalf of the state government. You'll always find either myself, my father and my son out driving, because that's how we believe we should be leading from the front.
Yeah, we work as close as we possibly can with what we've got to do. Obviously, I'm down here and Dad's up there and he pops over that way, so Dad's got the big job of looking after everything, so getting time out of his day can be challenging, but he always makes time for the three of us, which is good.
Standing here talking to you today, I would never have thought in my wildest dreams that we'd have 2 depots and over 100 buses. Where does that take us into the future? Who knows? If our product, our brand and our people continue to deliver for our customers and our clients, the opportunities are endless. Oh, that's a wrap. How good was that? That was perfect. You better have that bit there. That was that was a good.
That was very
Oh shit! I wasn't recording.
Because I couldn't say that again.